Welcome to That's My Farm. I'm your guest host, Sam Capoun, and today we look at the Service Valley Charter Academy in Parsons, Kansas, where we see how they have agriculture inside and outside of the classroom. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. Now let's go to Ray Huff, where he'll take us around the campus.
My name's Ray Huff. I'm the principal at Service Valley. Behind me, we have our cattle that we have on our school campus. The kids are required to take care of these animals every day. We actually had a great learning experience with these cows this past fall and winter. We purchased these cows knowing that they were bred, and so our goal was to actually have kids experience a live birth. And the red cow that you see over here, number 49, she actually went into labor and was having some difficulty, and we had to call the vet out. We brought the cow into the barn, and we also brought our students in from grades 5 through 8th grade. And the calf was actually upside down and inverted, and so we had to pull the calf, and the kids got to experience that whole process. And the red calf over here by the black cow is actually the calf that they pulled, and so the kids got to experience that. It was a really neat experience because a lot of our kids they come from Parsons or the neighboring communities, and they don't get to experience those types of things on a day-to-day basis. And actually, I did a quick poll after the cow was delivered. The calf was delivered, and there was only one student out of the entire 5th through 8th grade who had ever seen a calf being born or pulled. So it was a great experience for those students. We have several livestock at Service Valley Charter Academy and different animals. We actually have a cow dog that was donated, a border collie, that we're actually in the process of training. We have a couple of miniature ponies, a couple of small goats. We also have chickens, rabbits. In the past we've had pigs and llama and other livestock as well. Our goal with the livestock is to give our kids the opportunity to have some responsibility, to do chores on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't matter whether it rains, sleet, snow. Our kids come outside every day, and they take care of the animals. They understand that those animals rely on us, and we do a rotation so that every class gets to have that responsibility with each type of animal that we have. Behind us, you can kind of see the school grounds a little bit as far as our pasture. We actually own to those trees over there, and on the other side of that fence there's a pond that we built this past school year, and that was actually a student-led initiative. The students came to me and said that they wanted to build a pond, and this was last year's 7th and 8th grade students. And so they submitted a proposal to me. We then went to the school board, and the school board then approved the process of building a pond, and the students were actually the ones that presented to the school board, so that was a really great opportunity for them to see how school boards operate. But the proposal and the presentation, the students had a lot of information to present to the school board members. They had the plan and the exact location already laid out. They had they had actually had the local FSA office involved and had them come and lay the pond out. They were responsible for getting all the construction lined out, and they got almost everything donated. So that was a great project for our students, and really got to see how a lot of processes are involved in agriculture and how our local school boards operate.
After the break, we'll hear from the crew that'll talk about the annual plant sale.
Heinen Brothers, a fourth-generation Northeast Kansas farm family, knows how tough farming can be. Farmers helping farmers. Heinen Brothers Ag, selling and servicing crop protection products, fertilizer, anhydrous ammonia, cover crops, quality aerial and ground application. Call today to learn about our extended term financing program. 800-760-4964. HeinenBrothersAg.com.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484. That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. Now let's meet up with a teacher and some students that talk about their annual plant sale.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Ferris. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Service Valley Charter Academy, and as you can see, there's a lot of activity going on around me. It's our annual plant sale that we have every year. It's usually the first Friday of May, and the kids are the ones that collect the seeds in the fall, plant the seeds through the winter, and do the selling of the products in the spring at our spring plant sale.
I'm Lexi, and this is tropical milkweed. We get them to buy by saying how the monarchs attract and lay the eggs and do the cocoons, and there's also caterpillars, monarch ones, that when they turn into a chrysalis, they have to hang down on it. The best is how the plants grown so full because they grown big.
Starting in the fall, we have two butterfly gardens. We have a pocket garden on the north side of the school and a big butterfly garden in the front of the school. And when school starts, the kids go around and collect the seeds that are on the plants. And we keep those start planting them in January, about January. And we start them in the greenhouse, and then the kids take care of the plants all through the spring until we have our plant sale.
When the monarchs come out, we catch them and we let them eat our milkweed out here, and then we transplanted them out here to let other people sell them from the green garden. We have zebra grass, and we transplanted them into our classroom. We planted them, then we transplanted them to the greenhouse, and then we transplanted them out here for everyone can buy. Get the tickets, I write them down, I tell them how much money it is. It helps me do math to add and subtract how much they need and the rest of the money they need for the extra they gave us. It kind of helps me divide and multiply just in case they do extra money. When I add the money, I sometimes get it wrong, but I re-add them.
The hands-on project is what gets the kids really involved in their own learning, and you have a lot of opportunity to go off the student interest when you have hands-on learning.
I like to explore the world and plant. I get my hands dirty to get the nutrients in the plant and the seed, and I go in the greenhouse to transplant them out here again because we plant lots of the plants, and then we get dirty to get all the nutrients in them, and then we wash our hands off and transplant them.
There isn't a kid that you're going to find at our school that doesn't like to get their hands dirty. That is what they live for, to be in the greenhouse and planting and collecting seeds and being outside and just enjoying what they're doing.
After the break, Gray Huff will explain how agricultural practices can be incorporated inside and outside of the classroom.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Here's another gardening tip with Annette Jackson from Jackson's Greenhouse.
If you don't have a garden, you can still enjoy fresh vegetables by growing them in containers. Let Jackson's help you select the correct plants for your pots. Use Fertilome's Ultimate Potting Mix. Place pots in the sun and feed them weekly with Fertilome's water-soluble fertilizer. Water thoroughly when dry and watch your garden grow.
There's still plenty of time to plant container vegetables. A complete selection of veggie plants is now on clearance sale. Let Jackson's show you how.
Hey, I'm Clark Victory. I grew up right here on this little ranch near Chelsea, Oklahoma. Roped and ranched all my life, and a few years ago I had an injury that created what they call a frozen shoulder in layman's terms. It got to the point that I couldn't reach, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything. After speaking with the surgeon in Tulsa, he finally told me that he could make my shoulder better if he did surgery, but he absolutely couldn't fix it. I decided that, maybe I better listen to my friend John, and I called Kansas Regenerative Medical Center. I talked to Patrick Farley and was just excited about the whole aspect of going up there and having the opportunity to focus on getting better. The next morning at 8:30, went into the clinic, did the stem cell replacement. By 12:30, my wife and I had lunch and was driving back to Chelsea. I feel better. We work around here. Some days we work pretty hard around here, and like any older guy does, I get pretty sore, pretty tired, but my right shoulder doesn't get sore. It's like a baby's arm.
Support Kansas agriculture education with an AgriTag. AgriTags are available anytime at your county treasurer. They look great on cars and trucks. For more information, go online to ksagclassroom.org.
To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agaminkansas.com.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back. Now Ray Huff will explain how they incorporate science and nature into their classrooms.
Behind us here we have a 1 acre prairie restoration that our students were involved in about 4 years ago. This will actually be the 4th growing season for this prairie restoration. We just did a prescribed burn on this prairie past February in order to help rejuvenate the prairie. But the kids actually came out and we actually spread all the seed by hand and planted this all by hand, and we used our feet to stomp the seed into the area that you see here, kind of simulating what buffalo hooves would do back in the day when there was nothing but prairie here in this area. The prairie actually serves a few purposes. One, this was 1 acre that we were not using on the school grounds, and our janitor was having to mow it all the time, and so this gave us an opportunity to save a little bit of money on mowing costs and gas costs and time. And then also the observations that our students can do within the prairie. We actually have noticed a couple pairs of quail have been using the prairie. There's also a lot of native grasses and forbs that are inside the prairie as well. Behind the prairie you can see some eastern cedars and then also some redbud trees. The students actually all planted those as well with the help of the Westar Energy Green team. And that's to kind of give us a windbreak as those trees get bigger, because we are out here in the pretty wide open out here, and so that's going to give us kind of a windbreak with the addition of the prairie as well. Also on the school grounds, we've planted over 30 fruit trees, and our goal with those fruit trees is to eventually get to, when they start producing fruit, and we believe they'll start producing in the next 2 years. Our goal is for our students to be able to work in the kitchen and start producing jams and jellies to sell, and also to sell the excess produce that we have at local farmers markets. On these 2 projects we have the mousetrap powered tractors, and then also anhydrous tanks that the kids built. With the anhydrous tanks, our goal there was to have kids have a working model anhydrous, the cylindrical tanks, and then the kids can find the volume of those tanks. And then another grade level worked on these mouse trap-powered tractors, and they worked on different designs to see how far they could go and also how much they could pull. And the two classes then collaborated to see if their mousetrap-powered tractors could then pull the anhydrous tanks. This project here is our earthquake machine, and the students were actually working in groups of 3 to 4 students, trying to design a barn that would withstand the force of an earthquake. There was several requirements that they had to meet within the project. Our goals in the future are to also incorporate missile impacts like from debris from a tornado to see if they can build structures that would withstand the force of a missile that's traveling at 200 plus miles an hour.
After the break, we'll hear about the support that the school receives from those in the community with an ag background.
Healthy cows start with the new hired hand automatic livestock sprayer. Rancher invented to provide an efficient alternative to pour-on and injectable parasite management systems. The portable design allows cattle to treat themselves head to hoof. Strategic device placement with pass-through activation technology takes the stress out of parasite treatment for cattle and the rancher, leaving more time to tend to other vital tasks on the farm. To learn more, visit cowsprayer.com. The new hired hand makes healthy cows easy.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. Now we're going to take a look at one local farmer that likes to share her experiences with the students.
Because we're not a typical school, we have to find unique ways to incorporate some of the real life situations within agriculture, and one of the ways we do that is we build partnerships with some of our local farmers. And we've worked with Miss Tori Dickinson. She's actually came to our school a few times and brought some of her farm equipment so that our kids can see some of the large equipment that's used in agriculture. It's very important for our kids to be exposed to real life experiences such as that, because there's a lot of misperceptions within the ag industry, and we want our kids to build those relationships with those individuals that are living this on a day-to-day basis.
Hello, my name is Tori Dickinson, and what I like about the Service Valley Charter Academy is how they're teaching the children how to work, how to grow crops, take care of animals, the importance of the conservation and of the care for animals. They're learning this besides schoolwork, and I think it's really neat. We've been asked to bring out our tractors. Recently I just purchased a used Case 4-track, and the kids all came out and they got to look at it and asked a lot of questions, and the tracks kind of confused them as to how that could be a tire because it didn't look right, and it was really interesting. They were fun to watch, the excitement on their faces, and it was very enjoyable. I love coming out here when Ray asked me. I came out here a couple of times. A few years ago, Monsanto had, I believe it's called Growers of America, Growing America, and I was picked and donated $2,500 through Monsanto for this group, and it all goes to the school. I love how they're teaching about the wind energy with their small wind turbine that they have. It It doesn't produce enough for the whole school, but it is a start, and it's teaching the kids the value of everyday living.
After the break, we'll wrap up our tour with Service Valley Charter Academy.
Buying a car shouldn't be this hard. And at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, it isn't. It's actually awesome. Whether you want a new or used car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. Even if you want to custom order a new car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. See Toby's team at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're awesome.
Grain sorghum is one of the most important cereal crops worldwide, and Kansas leads the nation in its production. Over the years, sorghum has been either exported, used in animal feed domestically, or for other industrial uses. Recently, its use in the ethanol market has seen tremendous growth, with 30% of domestic sorghum typically going to ethanol production. Kansas Grain Sorghum is committed to sorghum research, market development, and education. Learn more at ksgrainsorghum.org.
We started farming in 1970. It was harder work then than it is now, a lot more physical work and the wear and tear on my knees and my body. Now here I'm 70 years old. I started having knee pain here 4 or 5 years ago, and so I was looking for a stem cell clinic, and lo and behold, my good friend John Farley and Ken Wood, who'd been customers and friends for a number of years, opened their clinic, and in about 2 months my heel was a lot better, and then at the end of 3 months and then going on 4, why my knee started making significant improvement, and it's sure been a blessing, because before I had the stem cells, well, I'd be driving a tractor, and if I sat in a tractor for 2 or 3 hours, when I got out, I'd have to stop and get the kinks out of my knee and shake it, and today that's not a problem.
We do business with Blueville because of the quality of their work. It is excellent quality, and because they make a commitment to their customers.
We enjoy the benefits of hiring a good company to help us maintain this home.
We will always do business with Blueville. We have for many, many years, and there's no reason for us to look for any other service.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. Now Ray Huff will finish off the tour.
Well, thanks for joining us today and taking a quick tour of our school facility. You know, we've worked closely with Kansas Foundation for Ag in the Classroom for several years, and we've utilized their resources in our classroom. And we've actually now have 2 teachers that have won the Janet Sims KFAC award and have also been awarded the national award through the National Ag in the Classroom. And it's been a great honor for our school and our teaching staff. We are actually going to get to go to the national conference in Phoenix, Arizona in June, and we have raised enough money that we're going to be able to take our entire teaching staff to experience that and hopefully bring back some more great information that we can utilize in our schools so that we can incorporate ag and environmental education throughout our grade levels. I'm extremely honored to have received this award. I can't say that enough. I'm a 7th generation farmer. I farmed with my dad and my grandpa my whole life, and I feel like Service Valley is kind of where I need to be, and where I feel like this is really I'm doing what I need to be doing, and I can't say enough about our kids and our staff and all the communities that support us. And so thanks for joining us today.
I hope you enjoyed today's show, and for more episodes, make sure you check out www.thatsmyfarmtv.com and make sure you join us every Friday.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agamandkansas.com.